Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Mafex Terminator 2 Judgment Day T-1000. This is number 281 for those of you who keep track of the numbers. I don't know why some companies do the numbers, some don't. Is it just Revoltech and Mafex? Not sure. Either way, T-1000, obviously you need to have this guy if you're buying T2 stuff. If you're getting anybody other than Arnold, I guess, you probably should have this guy. Maybe as iconic a villain as you could possibly have, at least from the 80s, I think. And it looks pretty good. It looks like a pretty darn good figure. I do want to make one quick note. In my last Terminator 2 figure review, I mentioned that it was the best action movie of all time by my estimation. I'll clarify, not including adventure-type movies, which would include Lord of the Rings and things like that. And I will clarify, I think the first Matrix movie is easily a contender. It's my personal favorite, and I think it might edge out T2, but T2's up there with the Matrix. Those are my votes. You guys can comment down below what you think about that. But yeah, we're keeping adventure separate, because adventure is action, but it's a whole separate thing. Okay, so let's get this guy off the stand and take a closer look. Before we look at the figure, I do want to show you my package, and it is a nice package. It has that T2 vibe with the red and black, and it looks good, and the figure actually looks better than this, so that's nice. I like that. Not the best pose there, but they did make the shoulders look better. Yeah, I mean, there are some issues with this figure, but overall, I think there's a lot going on here that's pretty darn good, and I think for you T2 people, you might just like it. I mean, I know NECA's been making these guys for ages, but they don't pose very well, and these tend to pose a little bit better, so maybe we're going to find some kind of happy middle ground where these look good and pose well. We will find out. He is in stock at Big Bad Toy Store, by the way. If you want to get one, I'll put a link in the description below. He stands just about 6 1/4, not counting his hair. That's going to make him roughly 16 centimeters. Here he is up against a Marvel Legends Darwin. I don't know how tall this guy is. What's his name? I can't think of his name right now. Is it Jason Patrick? Is that right? Is it David? No, it's Jason Patrick. That's his name, I think. I'll have to look now. Gosh, I've known this guy's name since this movie came out. Now I don't remember it. Anyway, that's probably close enough. But more importantly, let's see how he stands up against Mr. T-800. I think that's going to be fine. Like, it maybe isn't exactly perfect, but that is going to be so fine for your collection that it's fine. All right, so let's set that aside and let's get into the aesthetic on this guy. The biggest issue I have with this guy is the hips. I don't know what Mafex was doing. It looks so much better in the promo shots, but they do their drop-down hips, which almost always makes the hips too wide when they're up. When they're down, they're in the right placement, close-ish, but they're obviously gappy and low, so when you put them up, they get really wide, and you have to rotate the thighs in to close the gaps, and he just has really hippie. And he was very not hippie. He was very slender and trim and lean in this movie, and obviously not hippie, so I don't like that at all. You can probably pose it away, but it's super irritating. The rest of it looks okay. He's a little bit shiny. He shouldn't be shiny in the policeman's uniform. There is black shading throughout, which is weird. It's a little splotchy. I don't know if you're going to even be able to see it very well. I think they did a pretty good job with the belt. Other than that, these are interchangeable pieces for the gun, for the holster, but it falls out too easily. But yeah, it generally looks pretty good. The radio is there permanently, which is a weird choice, unless it comes out. Mine doesn't. No, okay. So be careful with this. You could easily break that. But yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good generally speaking. The details on the chest are nice enough. Not perfect, but nice enough. And I think they nailed the likeness. That's pretty darn good. It's not perfect, but you definitely know who that's supposed to be. Now, unfortunately, mine has a horrible paint job for the hair. There's spots missing. It's just misaligned, and it looks really not good on mine. That's unfortunate. Maybe that's like that on all of them, but mine is especially bad. But I think they did a pretty darn good job with the likeness. Yeah, especially when you're not zoomed in on camera, that looks pretty good. So proportioning looks alright other than the hips. I think it's certainly acceptable. It's not the best thing ever. It's not InArt, unfortunately. But it is gonna be good enough. I would love for InArt to make all of the live action stuff, because Mafex just doesn't quite hit it. But they're pretty damn close. Like the Arnold and John Connor look pretty good. So yeah, it looks fine. It's not perfect, but it is definitely fine. So for aesthetics, I will give it a 7. You could say 8, but I think the other issues pull it back. The likeness is nice, but the rest is a bit of a bummer. So I'm going to go 7 for the aesthetic. Now, in this case, the accessories might win the day. So we have a whole alternate torso with all of these mushrooms growing on him. I'm not sure what that's about. No, I'm joking, of course. That's when he got shot. And that looks really good. Like, it's perfectly acceptable for this scale. It looks really nice. You get a whole bunch of different heads, one normal head, and then 2 more that are for damage. Again, they look really nice. You get the alternate gun holster where there's no gun in it so that you can have him holding it. And you get 2 pistols. You get the Beretta and the 1911. Those look good. You get the, you get a decent spread of hands, like all the hands you're going to need, especially the wagging finger one. That's nice. And then you get the other pointy finger ones. You're going to need those. And then you also get the hook arms, which are nice. And then lastly, you get the giant toothpick, and that is, that's good. No spoilers here. I'm not going to spoil anything for those of you who haven't seen it. If you haven't seen this movie, you must. I demand it. You must see this movie. But yeah, good accessories. Like those, that's everything you're going to need, I think. I can't think of anything he would need. Maybe a milk or orange juice carton, whatever that was. Anyway, it's a good spread of accessories. I'm going to go, and you get the display stand. I'm going to go 10 out of 10 for this guy. I don't think you need anything else other than maybe if they had like the fully metal version of him. Looks pretty good, or like the helmet, the cop other outfit, whatever. Okay, so time for the articulation. Let's see, does it actually pose well? We, of course, have ball pegs in the head and neck, and it moves around pretty well. The collar inhibits the neck, but you should be fine. Like, he isn't, other than running straight fast, he doesn't do a ton of stuff, so I think that'll be okay. For the shoulders, you get a butterfly joint, which I have to really, really pull on to get to work, but it does come forward and work okay. That damn holster falls off all the time. And it actually looks decent when it comes forward like that. When it's not forward, I don't like it when they do this for the sleeves. We have this big slanty cut and a little ball hinge in there. So like it works, but it gets weird looking. And when it's in the neutral, it's hard to make it look okay. And the bicep swivel is all but non-existent. So that's a bummer. Double jointed elbow does work nicely though. It looks okay. It's not great. Ball hinge wrist, those work. For the torso, he can lean back really well. His torso is very, very mobile. Leaning forward, also pretty darn good. Side to side, this works nicely. Maybe he's gappier than you would like in terms of wanting more aesthetic. Well, they did a double ball at the bottom. That's unusual. That's nice. You don't really need to do that, but they did do it. It maybe pops off too easily for the interchangeability, but it shouldn't be a problem other than if you're like yanking on it. So yeah, his torso works pretty well. I already told you about the hips. They do drop down. They don't have good range out to the side. Not that you need it, but they don't have it. It's about 45 degrees. Going forward, they can go really far. The crotch is soft. He can kick high when the legs are down. So you should be able to get him into a running pose if you want. They go back as well. And you get a thigh swivel, which is decent. That's okay. But he definitely looks too hippie in the neutral. Look how wide those hips are compared to his torso. Once you see it, you can't unsee it sort of situation. Don't love that. But you can hide it, I'm sure. All right, so then the knee, not a good situation, honestly. It's not terrible, I guess, but it's not good. They could have done a double jointed knee and made it look better. That sucks. All right, for the ankle, let's see. What is going on there? Oh, they have his socks built in. So you can see the socks are built into the foot, which means there's like a chunk missing of sock when you lean the foot back, but whatever. They have decent range forward and back. That's okay. Ankle rocker is pretty good too. That's nice. The toe hinge, the feet don't go flat, and I get it, but also I don't like that. I want the feet to go flat. The toe hinge is okay. It's a little bit loose. It's not great. Okay, so his articulation, not particularly good. It'll probably be enough, but it's not. It's like that's one of the things Mafex is supposed to be doing, and they didn't. He's going to get a 6 out of 10 for articulation. For the character, it's probably going to be just enough to get by, but it should definitely be a lot better. That is unfortunate. Like I said, I would love to see InArt or LPZZ, but I prefer InArt to make something like this rather than Mafex. But for now, this will do. I don't know. The NECA ones are just big and clunky. These are little and clunky, but have lots of accessories. I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I'll give this guy an overall rating of... Love the accessories. The likeness is good. Posability sucks. I'm just going to go 7.5 out of 10. That's probably a little harsh. If I was just doing accessories, obviously I gave those a really high rating. But the crap articulation is really a bummer in some places. and the hips being so wide throws off the look. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to stick with 7.5. I could be persuaded to go higher. Not that I'm going to change it or anything. I would allow it. But, I'm going to stick with this. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, but I'll be done there. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.